Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Kiran Bendigeri from Grafosyss IAS. In this video, let's have a look at 6th standard, the Earth's second chapter, latitudes and longitudes. This is the globe. Globe is a true model of the Earth. This is the miniature model of the Earth. Everyone must have seen it. Globes may be of varying size and type. Big ones which cannot be carried easily. Small pocket globes and globe-like balloons which can be inflated and are handy and carried with ease. The globe is not fixed. It can be rotated the same way as topspin or a potter's wheel is rotated. On the globe, countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct size. So this is the globe, this is the miniature version, and this is the axis. It is going to turn this side or that side. It is going to rotate. And all the countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct size. It is difficult to describe the location of a point on a sphere like the Earth. Now the question arises as to how to locate a place on it. We need certain points of reference and lines to find out the location of places. So to locate the point, we need some reference lines and all. You will notice that a needle is fixed through the globe in a tilted manner, which is called its axis. So this is the point from here to here. This is the axis. So it is pinned here and at the bottom here, right? And 2 points on the globe through which the needle passes are 2 poles. So North Pole and South Pole. North, which is at the top, and south which is at the bottom. So these are the 2 poles which we have to remember. The globe can be moved around this needle from west to east just as the Earth moves. But remember, there is a major difference. The real Earth has no such needle. It moves around its axis, which is an imaginary line, right? Another imaginary line running on the globe divides it into 2 equal parts. This line is known as the equator. So equator which is running at the middle, the line which is at the imaginary line which is at the middle. We can bisect the whole Earth by drawing a imaginary line in the middle. This is called as equator, right? The northern half of the Earth is known as the northern hemisphere. So the upper part is northern hemisphere and southern half is southern hemisphere. They are both equal halves. Therefore the equator is an imaginary circular line and is a very important reference point to locate places on the Earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of the latitudes. So latitudes are measured in degrees. So this is the equator. If this is considered as globe, this is equator, and the parallel lines to the equator are called latitudes. These are measured in degrees, right? The equator represents the 0 degree latitude. So this is 0 degree latitude, equator line. Since the distance from the equator to either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle around the Earth, it will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees. That is 90 degree. Thus 90 degrees north latitude marks the North Pole and 90 degrees south latitude marks the South Pole. So if we keep a protractor and if we draw a line 10 degree or 20 degree or 30 degree and we draw a line, that will become latitudes. And if we keep a protractor here and the 90 degree is exactly to the straight point, here it will be the 90 degree. So here what is there? This is the North Pole, and exactly at the down or at the south, it is called southern South Pole, right? So I guess let's look at the bigger picture which I just got from Google. I hope you will understand from here. So if we place a protractor here and this at 0, and if we draw a line at 30 degree, it will point up to here. So this is the line parallel to 0 degree, this one. This line, this is latitude 30 degree, and if we put a point here at 90 degree and draw a line, this is North Pole and 60 degree. So similarly, all parallels south of the equator are called south latitudes. The value of each latitude is therefore followed by either the word north or south. Generally, this is indicated by the letter N or S. For example, both Chandrapur in Maharashtra and Belo Horizonte in Brazil are located on the parallels of about 20 degree latitude. But the former is 20 degree north of the equator and the later is 20 degrees south of it. So Maharashtra is at 20 degree north of the equator, and Brazil, which is 20 degree south of it. We therefore say that Chandrapur is situated 20 degree north latitude and Belo Horizonte is situated at 20 degree south latitude. So let me show you. So let's assume here at 20 degree. 20 degree is here, and 20 degree north, this one, this is 20 degree south. So here comes the Brazil part, right? So Belo Horizonte lies here, somewhere here. Brazil is here in the South America, so somewhere here it is, and yeah. So let's assume here the India map is, and if the 20 degree is here, and if we draw straight line 20 degree north, here comes the Mumbai. Chandrapur of Maharashtra. So as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of the latitude decreases. So the size at the equator, the size is very big. As we move to 30 degree or 60 degree, the size decreases. The length of the latitude decreases. Important parallels of latitudes. Besides the equator, the North Pole and the South Pole, there are 4 important parallels of latitudes. Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree north in the northern hemisphere. So you have to remember, Tropic of Cancer, this lies above, means in the northern hemisphere, it's at 23 degree. Tropic of Capricorn, it's at 23 degree south, southern hemisphere. Arctic Circle at 66 degree. Arctic Circle somewhere it lies here, 66 degree. And Antarctic lies at the southern hemisphere. So these 4 points has to be remembered. Tropic of Cancer, it's in the northern hemisphere. Tropic of Capricorn at 23 degree southern hemisphere. By measuring the angle of the pole star from your place, you can know the latitude of your place. Circle at 66 degrees south of the equator. So even with the help of pole star, we can find out the latitude of our place. Heat zones of the Earth. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. This area therefore receives the maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. So you have to remember this. So once in a year, between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, means 23 degree north to 23 degree south of latitude, at least once in a year, we receive the midday sun exactly overhead. So this area is called as torrid zone. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The angle of the sun's rays goes on decreasing towards the poles. As such, the areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere have moderate temperatures. These are called temperate zones. So remember, torrid zone is between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It means 23 degree north to 23 degree south, the torrid zone. And except these zones, whatever is there, it is called temperate zones. It means from northern hemisphere to Arctic Circle, which we just mentioned. Arctic Circle just comes here above 60 degrees, and here Antarctic zone up to here from 23 to 60. So this is temperate zone. Here the central part is torrid, and above it and below it, that is temperate zone, and beyond that there is another zone at the poles. So we are going to study about it. Areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. It is because here the sun does not rise much above the horizon. Therefore its rays are always slanting and provide less heat. These are therefore called frigid zones. Frigid zones in the sense it's very cold. So the same definition has given. So I hope you guys understood torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zones. What are longitudes? To To fix the position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than the latitude of that place. You can see, for example, that Tonga Islands in the Pacific Ocean and Mauritius Islands are situated on the same latitude. So these are the islands, Mauritius and Tonga Islands, which are let me show you in map itself. So it would be so this Tonga Islands, which is near Fiji. You can have a look at it. These small countries are near New Zealand, Australia, right? In the Pacific Ocean, here comes the New Zealand, here is the Australia, and Vanuatu, and American Samoa, Tonga. This Tonga and Mauritius, which is near Madagascar, which is near Africa, right? So both countries, Tonga Islands and Mauritius Islands, are situated on the same latitude, that is 20° south. Now, in order to locate them precisely, we must find out how far east or west these places are from a given line of reference running from the North Pole to the South Pole. These lines of references are called the meridians of longitude, and the distances between them are measured in degrees of longitude. So latitude, that is horizontal, longitude, that is vertical one. Each degree is further divided into minutes and minutes into seconds. They are semicircles, and the distance between them decreases steadily polewards until it becomes 0 at the poles, where all the meridians meet. So let's again go to this picture. So these are the longitudes. We just saw these are the latitudes, and the one long lines, which is vertical one, these are called longitudes. So at the middle here, Greenwich line is there. This is 0°. From here it starts 10°, 20°, 30° up to 180°, and from westwards it starts like in negatives, and it is up to minus 180°. And we can also say 180° east and 180° west. So unlike parallels of the latitude, all meridians are of equal length. Thus it was difficult to number the meridians. Hence all the countries decided that the count should begin from the meridian which passed through Greenwich, where the British Royal Observatory is located. This meridian is called the prime meridian. So the 0° one which is there, it is called as prime meridian. Its value is 0° longitude, and from it we count 180° eastward as well as 180° westward. So this is, if we go to the right, it is called eastward. If we go to the west, this is called if we go to the left, it is called westward. The prime meridian and 180° meridian divide the earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Therefore the longitude of a place is followed by the letter E for the east and W for the west. It is however interesting to note that 180° east and 180° west meridians are on the same line. Now look at the grid of the parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude on the globe. You can locate any point on the globe very easily if you know its latitude and longitude. For example, Dhubri in Assam is situated at 26 degree north latitude and 90 degree east longitude. So like this way we can able to locate the area or any city very precisely using latitude and longitude. So they say that Dhubri, which is in Assam, it is situated at 26 degree north and 90 degree east. The best means of measuring time is by movement of the earth, the moon and the planets. The sun regularly rises and sets every day and naturally. It is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Local time can be reckoned by the shadow cast by the sun, which is the shortest at noon and longest at sunrise and sunset. When the prime meridian of Greenwich, so first let's look at this passage. So the sun regularly rises and sets every day at almost almost equal interval of time, at least in the torrid zone. When the prime meridian of Greenwich has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along this meridian will have midday or noon. So prime meridian at any point of the prime meridian at which the sun at the highest point in the sky, then all the places on this meridian will have midday. As the earth rotates from west to east, those places east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time. So earth rotates from west to east. So remember this, west to east. Those places east of the Greenwich will be ahead. So you can visualize it. Let me show you. So this is prime meridian. So earth moves from west to east. So the part which is eastern to the prime meridian will be always ahead of this prime meridian, right? The rate of difference can be calculated as follows. The earth rotates 360 degree in about 24 hours, which means 15 degree an hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, the time at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 15 into 4 is equal to 60 minutes. That is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time, which means 1 p.m. But at 15 degree west of Greenwich, the time will be behind Greenwich time by 1 hour. That is, it will be 11 a.m. Similarly, at 180 degree, it will be midnight when it is 12 noon at Greenwich. So let's look how that time is calculated. So the first point is earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours, which we read, which means 15 degree an hour. 360 degree divided by 24 hours, that is 15 degree per hour, right? Or 1 degree, again if we divide by 60, then we get 1 degree in 4 minutes. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, the time at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 15 into 4 is equal to 60 minutes, that is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich. So let's see here. This is prime meridian. This is if it is 12 noon, then if this is 15° east, then we have to multiply 15 into 4, that is 60 minutes. 60 minutes means 1 hour. So this longitude, 15° longitude, and the places which are lying at this longitude is 1 hour ahead of prime meridian, and we have to add 1 hour to this prime meridian. So this is 1 p.m. if it is 12 p.m. So again, if it is 15° west of Greenwich, if it is west of Greenwich, then we have to subtract 1 hour, that is 11 a.m. So at any place, watch can be adjusted to read 12 o'clock when the sun is at the highest point in the sky, that is when it is midday. The time shown by such a watch will give the local time for that place. You can see that all the places on a given meridian of longitude have the same local time. So that is the thing we just discussed. Why do we have standard time? The local time of places which are on different meridians are bound to differ. For example, it will be difficult to prepare a timetable for trains which crosses several longitudes. In India, for instance, there will be a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local times of Dwarka in Gujarat and Dibrugarh in Assam. It is therefore necessary to adopt the local time of some central meridian of a country as the standard time for the country. In India, the longitude of 82° east, 82° 30 minutes east, is treated as the standard meridian. So we have to remember, in India this longitude is considered as standard meridian. The local time at this meridian is taken as the standard time for the whole country. It is known as the Indian Standard Time. So some countries have many time zones. Search for US and Russia. They have, though it is one country, it has more time zones. For India, there is only one time zone, and it is based on 82° east, and it is called as Indian Standard Time. So that's all for now. Thank you.